Hey everybody.
Hey everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. If you watch my Material Matters,
You'll get it.
Anyway.
Welcome everybody, and sorry we're a little late. Things were technically not correct.
But I found one of my nice cloths from Spellfire I'd been missing. This
Yes.
beautiful butterfly sparkly one. I like it a lot. Very pretty. Well, welcome to the show. Maybe more people will come, maybe not. We'll just get going and see what happens.
Okay, that's fine. You're putting her in after Kara, that's fine.
Okay,
Thanks.
that's
Thanks,
fine.
Shirley.
She did mention something about a meeting
Hello
she
there.
had today. She might make it later.
Are you coming up or not?
All right. Let's get started with the card for the collective. What am I
Indeed.
doing here? I was debating what I wanted to use today, and I think I want to use Tess Whitehurst's The Magic of Flowers. 'Tis the season for flowers. So it's called The Magic of Flowers Oracle. There's the book, Mr. O. It's a big, unwieldy box. So I'm going to put that there. But I do like this deck. Right before you? Okay. That sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. Good idea.
Sonny,
Have a seat,
as you
Sonny.
can see, Sonny, I have stuff everywhere. But don't let that stop you.
Yes, as usual. Hello there.
Oh,
Hello there. Don't mess up the camera, dude.
And Sonny, please go down my way with the chair that's open for you.
Nope.
Not taking down the entire set.
He's going to mess up the camera.
Well, yeah, I know he might. I have no more room for him. I can't move anything. So, unfortunately.
Yes. Unwitting or not, they are soulmates or twin flames, and therefore things happen. Just
Mr.
have a
O?
seat, Sonny.
They are right upright. Look at him. He's already trying to grab my hand. Like,
Well-
how dare you?
Well, the sun
do your
is a
work?
star, Shirley, so I guess you're right.
I want an armrest. Right? That's
All
what
right.
you want. What you got?
Either way,
It's upright.
it's Dahlia.
Dahlia. Ooh.
There's no number, so
No, it's alphabetical. Thank you. Dahlia. Well, Mr. O, you might not like this one. Attend to the shadow. Dahlia's magical specialties: dreams, mystique, occult wisdom, sweetness of shadows, and transmutation of emotions. Wow, that's a mouthful. I wonder how long this is. I want to take a sneak peek. Aha. You are utterly empowered to change your circumstances for the better and to create the conditions you desire. Plus, you are totally lovable and completely deserving of all the best that life has to offer. With all this in mind, there is nothing you need to hide, fear, or look away from. In fact, we have access to our greatest power when we fully feel our painful feelings, deal with our challenges, and shine light on our insecurities so that we can get unstuck and move forward in the direction of our dreams. Your spirit self chose this incarnation in order to learn, grow, and evolve through dissolving some specific karmic challenges. This means that ferreting out the things you fear or have previously seemed to avoid and then facing them will be like fulfilling a contract you made with yourself. As such, it will result in feelings of freedom and liberation and will exponentially increase your confidence and general positivity. After all, life would be boring and stagnant if we had no fears to face, wounds to heal, or challenges to conquer. So, think about these following ideas she's throwing out there and messages that may apply to your present circumstances. An external situation or person is mirroring an internal pattern or challenge that you have not yet dealt with. Deal with the internal, and the external thing will begin to shift. Calm and clear your mind, and then deeply consider whether there's something you haven't yet admitted to yourself about this situation. Be proactive about healing an old challenge or changing an old situation for the better. So, a present situation or person is mirroring a past situation or person you have not yet dealt with. Deal with the past, and the present will begin to shift. Be honest with yourself. Feel your feelings fully. Don't worry. Feeling the feelings means moving feelings. Admitting and allowing them doesn't mean you'll be wallowing in them forever. Boy, these are so good. I won't need to say anything else after this. Release old beliefs about being a victim and take back your power. Find the lessons and blessings in old challenges and transform them into strengths. Look your fears in the face, even fundamental ones like fears about death, illness, or losing loved ones. They're going to be there whether you look at them or not, and looking at them with calm courage will help you reclaim the fullness of your power. You know, Tess is so good, so deep. I recommend just about almost all of her oracular works. She's really, really good, Tess Whitehurst. And I would say this, there is nothing like our challenges and fears to wake us up out of a state of complacency. You know, we realize then, maybe sometimes almost too late, that we have to change. We have to grow. We have to take in the lessons. Otherwise, we're doomed to repeat them. Anything to add? Wasn't that great?
It was really a beautiful card.
Honestly. Nice deck. Nice deck. All right. Who is first? I believe it is Jackie. I see the question.
And just so everybody knows, I have my rather larger amount of cards to draw from. If you have questions about ghosts or hauntings, I have my Ghost Tarot. If you favor ancient religions, I have my Tarot of the Northern Shadows and my Nefertiri Egyptian Tarot. I also have other decks. But for Jackie, I think I'm going to use my Cat People Tarot.
And what I just want to add to that real quickly is that for those that want an oracle reading, I have many here. I kept the Norse one around, the Norse rune one I read for the collective last week. Norse Goddess Rune Oracle, Divine Nature Oracle, which I did Gina's birthday reading with yesterday. Thursday. And it went really well. So, I mean, just that for an oracular reading might be good. But the tarot is what we mainly do, so Mr. O has got you covered with a ton of decks.
And I also have an oracle set, which I use occasionally elsewhere. It's the Earth and Bone Oracle set. It's very nice. Really like it. It has a sense of being dark, but the affirmations and shadow work are positive. Alrighty, so Jackie asked, I'm looking for it, will my next move go smoothly? And I think we'll throw 3 cards, and if we can't get a real beat on it, we'll try for the yes or no type style. So here we go.
The cards are gorgeous. They're really gorgeous. But they're also, I mean, her interpretations aren't just interpretations. She gives you things to work on and think about. And she gives you a lot of different alternative ways you can look at what that message might apply to. I really like that. I like this tool a lot.
So the Hanged Man is upside down here. Reverse, they say. We also have the King of Wands. And then we have another king, but he's reversed. It's the King of Swords. Oops,
your next home move goes smoothly. Well, maybe.
What do you got?
Oh!
Lenormand girl.
Nothing.
Alrighty.
Oh, wait. Maybe I should get something out there.
Well,
do you have any announcements to make, number one, while I do that?
We appreciate what seems to be a slight uptick in subscriptions. So if any of you are new, we really thank you for subscribing. And of course, if you know people interested, please pass it on. We've been kind of slowly trying to achieve a level where we can monetize on YouTube, but it's not our main goal.
It's not our main goal to monetize, but there may also be other things that, perks that are open to us there.
We'll just get more visibility.
We'll get more visibility. That's really important to us. Because we're not going to charge for readings per se here.
We'll never charge here.
We'll always accept donations, but we're not going to charge for our readings. But you never know. There might be some other shows we might add on where we would do something, maybe have some monetized
Go
perk.
ahead, Shirley.
All right.
All right, so back to Jackie.
Wait, let me toss this at you.
Ah, yes, toss it.
Look, she's going to anchor herself. That might be
that's
important to
interesting.
know.
And
And look at
anchor.
that. What does
And is that the
tell
lilies?
you? Yes.
And the lilies?
No.
The mountains.
It's the mountain. Uh-oh.
So you
I thought it was the lily because I saw lilies there. Darn it. Well, that's okay, Jackie. It's not going to change a lot here of what I'm about to say. Go ahead. You can go first.
Okay, so I'm just going to start with the tarot cards, and I think two of those are kind of positive. I think the Hangman reversed in context, though, is a little, well, maybe, let me take it one by one. I might have overspoke there. Will your move go smoothly? It may at times go smoothly, but maybe in the beginning it might feel like you'll question whether or not you did this correctly or not. You may feel, was it worth us to do that? You may be dealing with that. And that's coming both from the reverse King of Swords and the Hangman reverse. You may be just looking at the decision process and the fundamental nature of it, maybe going forward without being able to be reversed. But the King of Wands sort of indicates that even beyond that, this was probably necessary for...
Oh, there's no King of Wands there at Swords. Oh!
Sorry.
I couldn't see him. Why did I think, you know what I thought that was? Can I just say it? I thought it was the Hierophant.
I see.
Okay, go on.
Okay. Well, you kind of blew me away there, but I know you are. But what am I? So I think that the King of Wands is maybe the best card in this trio here, because it may indicate that in the end of the day, this is mostly going to run business-like, or the ultimate fate of it is that there's a sense of really a business sense taking over, or a sense of charm being used, or bravery or courage in some respects.
I think a lot, well, it's interesting to me. I have the Hierophant in mind, but some of my message is going to be a little bit similar here than if the Hierophant was there, but you'll see why. It's really relating to the King of Wands too, though, I feel. At any rate, Jackie, just to get right into it, I think with the King of Swords reversed and the Hanged Man reversed, I feel here that maybe you may not feel very comfortable with the decision to make. I mean, I don't know if you have a place yet that you're moving to, but if you're still looking and if you're still debating what you need, what you want, where you should be, I think you're operating out of a little bit of a state of confusion right now, or you're still maybe having too much of a tunnel vision. You need to kind of take a more objective approach and broaden things a bit. And also, if you really are uncertain, if you really have some difficulties in what your best move should be, that's where the King of Wands comes in. The King of Wands, someone in the business of real estate or relocation, who might be able to help you make this transition and move as smooth as possible. Particularly, like, for example, if you were planning on moving to a far-flung location, whether it's in your country or out of your country, you may want to talk to some people who can advise you on how to make this transition as smooth as possible.
I'm looking at the Lenormand, though, and something seems a little bit intriguing to me, and I'm wondering if the mountains with the anchor suggests that to some degree there may be limitations that hold you somewhere that are basically caused by other struggles or situations you're going through. The mountains can represent obstacles, struggles you're going through, but the anchor is what holds you in place. And so when I look at them combined there, I'm wondering if it could mean that. Banshee might have another idea.
Well, I had two funny. One is kind of a funnier idea because it's literally taking the cards at their name face value. And I was thinking to myself, see, that's why I mentioned whether you're planning on staying in your country or moving like overseas. Because when I saw the anchor and I saw the mountains, I said, oh, you're going to move to a mountainous area overseas. You're going to put your anchor down. But there is some issues here beyond that, and that would be that you may struggle. You may struggle a little bit and have obstacles if you do this on your own and try to, move this forward. You may get stuck in the process. So that's why I'm thinking some outside help or advice may definitely be called for here.
Hey, look who showed up. Hi, Mama T.
Hey! Wow, well, hello. It's good to see you. Just stopping in to say hello. Good to see you. I hope things are going better. I hope. And, wow, nice to have you stop in. Absolutely.
Excuse me. Alrighty, so that's what we had for Jackie.
Always good to see people dropping in on our shows.
We appreciate it.
We
Thank you.
do appreciate it. Whether you want a reading or you're just listening. And it's just good to know you're here. Maybe just if you're hiding in the shadows there, people, just come say hi. I'm
You're
just going
welcome,
to be
Jackie.
watching or something like that so we know you're here. It's always nice. All right. Well, that's what we have for you. I hope that made some sense, Jackie. Good luck with that.
You're welcome.
Sonny, I need my arm back because guess
All right,
what?
so Ari is up then.
It's my shuffle. And what does Ari want today? What can we do for you? Anything that's going to happen in love that I'm not expecting, good or bad. Hopefully good. Well, yes, Ari, let's take a look.
Let's hope you didn't invoke something bad.
I am going to pull out.
Unexpected. And what's my Lenormand again?
Sonny, please don't scratch me. The Lenormand is the romantic Lenormand. You have the box, I think.
I put it somewhere so I don't
I'm
see
sorry I
it.
had to move him, but he's scratching
Well,
my thing. It's silky, and I don't
I
want
see,
him to
I see.
destroy. Hey, you just behave over there, mister. You took down our set last time. Part of it. And I see you there with the camera. He's got his foot on the leg of the tripod of the other camera. So I can see why Mr. O is a little bit nervous. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I've been talking to somebody else online. I don't think their father has dementia per se,
Oh, I'm
but
sorry
he's
to
just
hear
gone
that.
through some really serious
That's
health
tragic.
crises. And the healthcare system has not been helpful to them at all. It's really sad.
That's really tragic. We will be saying our prayers for Rick.
Yeah, we'll be keeping Rick in our thoughts. Thanks for updating us, Mama T.
I appreciate that.
I know how goofy the healthcare system can be. I had the box out. I was going to show everybody, but now it's on the kitchen table again. I have to get rid of it. I got sent a Cologuard kit I didn't ask for from my insurance company. And lo and behold, I just had a colonoscopy 3 weeks ago. There's no reason I need this. So when I called them about it, they just said, well, just throw it out. Well, that's such a waste. And how many other people are throwing these things out? It's just terribly wasteful and not the way to do business. Our healthcare system is really a mess right now, in my opinion. I understand that they're trying to reach people who need colonoscopies because younger people are getting colon cancer, but there's got to be a better way than that. I should have been able to opt out of this, and they didn't give you any way to do that. If you didn't answer their letter, they just sent you the kit. It's crazy. So, anyway.
That's because I was running some commercials.
My little pet peeve. You were running commercials?
Well, I didn't think you were ever going to get around to showing the cards, so I was just running some of the commercials we have for
While
our
I
other
was talking,
shows.
people could
While
still
you were
hear me.
talking,
Okay.
yes, they could still hear you.
No, you were cutting me off there. It's the
You
King
were
of
cut
Swords
off.
reversed.
You were still able to pontificate.
It's the King of Swords reversed. The Four of Swords is reversed too. That is okay. That is actually okay, the Aries. But these other two cards are not. And now we have the High Priestess reversed. I think what this is basically saying here, Aries, the choice may really be yours. You have to make better choices, better decisions. Oh, do you want to do that? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Whoa. Yeah. Okay.
Want to take any of that back, or
no? I think
I see. Okay.
Well, generally these could be good. I think you're going to get invitations.
Yeah, something's going to happen.
I think you're going to definitely get invitations. That letter and the writer, there is movement in the love department. And not only that, that falls in line with that Four of Swords here, Ari, because the Four of Swords is all about revitalization and re-energizing. It seems like this part of your life is going to experience some movement. Most definitely. But is it good movement?
There's a Knight of Swords, or is that the King?
That's the King.
Okay. Ari's asking, is that the Knight of Wands or of Swords? Is there another one there?
No. We have the King of Swords here. We have the Four of Swords reversed, and then we have the High Priestess reversed.
All right.
So, and then this is not a knight. This is the Rider card, and that's the invitation, the letter.
Ah, I see. Okay, yes.
Yeah, I see. He does look pretty dashing like a knight would,
He does look
doesn't
like he could be the Knight of Wands.
It's the romantic Lenormand after all. Well, but Ari, there's issues here. And I think issues are coming from you. You have to really trust your gut more. You have to be in touch with what your gut's not trying to tell you. Not necessarily what you're feeling otherwise. Those little romantic tingles and little bells and whistles and birds that are flying around your head. Don't listen to that. Listen to the gut. Because here it shows that you might be making some bad choices for yourself, or you might be inviting some trouble. If this is indicative of a person that you're going to meet, this person is very bad news. Very controlling, very domineering, very pushing around and aggressive in their approach. You'll probably get the bells and whistles right away, but if you let this go too far, they could almost be stalker material.
Well, I'm wondering if from that sense of being unexpected, the Four of Swords is, thanks, Sonny, stop it. He's slowly moving the camera. The Four of Swords might be indicative of a personality who is sort of coming out of a period of passiveness or whatever. And so maybe this represents somebody who is an unexpected, like all of a sudden they're springing to the idea that they want to get involved with somebody, but they have that King of Swords and that High Priestess reverse that maybe indicates that they're not logical or clear-minded. But that's what I think this could be, is that this unexpected thing is somebody, the Four of Swords, who's just suddenly got it in their head that they want to get into a relationship, or they've just come out of a period of mourning or not being in relationships for any of a number of reasons. Maybe they have maybe they're a widow, maybe they divorced. Anything is possible there. So I sort of have the feeling that that's the unexpected element, is somebody who suddenly reinvigorated or back on the scene, but they still may not have all of their sense about them for some reason. Maybe they're just like free again, so they just want to act out, their fantasies from when they were younger. But the writer in the letter just does make it sound like maybe there is something a little bit substantial there, or of substance. So it may be a judgment call. It may start off a little rough or wild, and then it may be something that could become more substantial. You don't see that.
Not with the writer and the invitation, no.
Okay.
But you never know. I would say go with that. I guess, but you brought up the unexpected element, and to me, just with my reading that I gave you, I think the unexpected element, Ari, is the fact that everything's suddenly a whirlwind. You know, there are a lot of invitations coming in, or you're meeting new people and you're maybe being invited on dates. There's a lot of stuff that are going to start happening in your romance department, and maybe that might appear unexpected to you because it just seems like, whoa, where is all this coming from? And the other unexpected element is meeting a joker like this guy, you know, will turn out to be. So I think that's the unexpected elements that popped up, you know, in my reading.
And I'm just reading some of your chat there, so I'm not sure if that's who it is or not, but it's possible, I suppose. So it mostly sounds like something will happen, so you'll have to figure out how you can take your best advantage of it.
Yeah, I think it is more than one guy
It
coming
could be,
in,
yeah.
so choose
I feel
wisely.
that too, in a way, I guess.
I just
would
have
be
this
fair.
feeling, if I look at the invitation, the letter card, along with that Four of Swords reversed, I just feel things are, it's definitely going to be more than one person. But I think that this one's here for a reason too. This is going to be one of them. Good luck with that.
All right. And next.
Well, things might be happening with all those connections you're making there. So just be careful with that online stuff. Huh. All right.
Shirley's up.
Hi, Shirley.
And Shirley says, I just applied for a really great job opportunity that will help me financially. Will I get offered the job eventually? Alrighty. What would I like to use here?
Well, you are honest, Ari. And Violet, I didn't comment on something. I liked what you said earlier about Jackie's reading about the houses, how they do need to construct things better now. You know, things that can withstand wind even and other things. Our environment is changing dramatically. And all this flooding, too, that's going on. Holy moly.
So I'm going to use the Ancestral Path Tarot. And we'll do the 3 cards, but if we don't seem to find an answer, Shirley, we'll try the yes or no method.
What do I want next?
Thinking of Mama T and Rick, wishing the best for them. If anybody knows them, please keep them in.
Well, hi, Christabel. Good
Your
morning
thoughts?
to you.
Oh,
It's
hi, Christabel.
afternoon here.
We have not seen you in a while.
All right. I know I have to get the Lenormand.
All right, Shirley. Once again, Shirley's question is, just applied for a really great job opportunity. Will I get offered the job eventually? And here's our cards. Our first card, star reversed.
Well, on its own.
The next card is the devil upright.
Okay.
Mhm. And the final card is the upright high priestess.
That's really intriguing.
So that is definitely
And the High
really
Priestess has
intriguing.
popped back up again.
Yes.
You know, this is sort of an emotional, intuitive time. I'm not really sure what's going on, but I'll just say this. Well, can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
We, of course, when we draw our cards of the day on social media, we do them all at once, and then we put them out daily. So we pull them usually on a Friday or a Saturday before the week. And my oracle cards that I do daily, I do it on the day of the reading. So the thing is, they've been matching up lately like crazy. Like whatever card we pull for the tarot, I get an oracle card that literally falls right in sync with that. So a lot of synchronicities and intuitive stuff going on right now for me personally, and I'm sure for others, and that's why the High Priestess is here. So I'm sorry, you may go after I give you that. What is that?
Let's see. Is it the tree?
Does look like it, but it's not.
It's the garden.
Yes! Some of these are rather ambiguous. This one might throw you off too, but interesting.
this is the star.
Yes. So we have the star in the Lenormand and the star reversed in the reading.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an interesting look here. I can't say it's all very hopeful for this job, though, Shirley. So what I would recommend and what I think, well, let's go through the cards.
Okay.
Do you want to start? Did you have any?
I didn't start yet, so it's open for you if you wish to assist.
Okay. Well, I feel like you have some worries here. You know, maybe some pessimism, some worries that this is just not going to happen. And don't let your fears restrict you too much. The High Priestess is upright too, which is interesting here. Trust your gut on this. Let your gut guide you. Obviously, you applied for it because you realize it's a really good opportunity. But don't let yourself get weighed down with self-doubts or stuff, because if you do interview for this position, you may feel, it may cloud your performance. So I want you to go in with a more positive attitude should it happen. Now, it could be here, the star is here reverse saying that maybe, in fact, this job may not be your destiny right now. It just may not be. And it's showing that, you feel like you're trapped or you're blocked from achieving this job, whether it's too much competition or there's something else. Somebody else decided we want somebody else in this position. But I don't want you to worry here. I'm going to finish up so Mr. O can totally have it. I don't want you to worry here because I think this is saying too, should this fail for you, there is a real success here in networking and just keep pounding that pavement and putting resumes out there. Your destiny may lie there still. There may still be something out there that's really meant for you and is coming towards you.
It's intriguing that you mentioned the things about Catholicism because I guess it's in some sort of Catholic or Catholic mission, because I find that some of the cards really kind of conform to a crystal kind of point of view. First you have the garden. Okay, is that the Garden of Eden? You have the devil. You have the High Priestess, who almost looks like Mother Mary in that pose. And of course, for many people, the High Priestess could be an archetype that is analogous to the Mother of God. So it's very, very interesting that these cards showed up. Having said that, I do sort of see some ambiguity there, but then ultimately I see some things that seem more hopeful, that garden and that star at the end there. I think that maybe the Devil card is saying that you could be better off if you do constrain yourself in some sense, the answers, And I don't know if this is a true talent or not, but there are people who can put lip to speaking spiritually without necessarily giving away, I ain't exactly down with Catholics or Jews or whoever it is, So I'm not sure that this totally puts you out of the running, but it seems to me like you have to take on a little bit of a persona that may be a little troubling for you, not being totally honest, maybe being more omissively honest.
Well, knowing that...
I know I talked too long, didn't I?
No, you didn't. Knowing that factoid that you just mentioned there about, I've been musing here, about Catholicism, I will say this from what I understand, they will talk to people, but they will ask pointed questions about some of your beliefs and values, because even if you're not Catholic, they want you to be able to exude some of the values, that they hold dear. And so you might, with this Devil card here, find, that being a little restrictive to you, So I do see that. And maybe you're having doubts that you passed their muster. And in fact, maybe you won't. But I think here it's not impossible. There's either hope here by one of two things: convincing enough people, and making them feel assured that you would bring good things to them, this star. Or, just like I said, I really feel here that there may be something else out there that might ultimately be more that you're destined for. But hey, should you get this job, I would say take it. But keep in mind that if things are going south or you're not totally comfortable with it, there may be something else out there. I just sort of feel that way.
And I see Jennifer has joined us. So hey, Jennifer.
Hey, Jennifer.
So I think that's what we got. I think I think there's a possibility, but I wouldn't stake it here. And I think that, of course, it does sort of give you aspects of saying there would be a real challenge in taking this to some degree.
Yeah, it could be that. I think I'm pretty hopeful that this could happen for you eventually, possibly. But like I said, there are some hurdles here and some obstacles. The devil puts things, but also how do I want to say this? There are limitations the devil brings. Oftentimes, though, they're not external; they're within you. So that's why I'm saying here: if people
Good
feel
point.
you don't pass their muster.
The high priestess adds the air of it being inside of you, your unconscious or subconscious. There could be this battle between those constraints or things, which maybe causes the sense of the despair of the star. Still, I still get an overall slightly more than 50-50 here.
60-40?
Yeah, I mean, so like I say, if they actually offered you the job, I would certainly take it.
Yeah. I wish you luck. We'll see if you get an interview. And if you do get an interview, Shirley, come back and ask again.
Good.
And we'll see. All right?
Aligns perfectly. I like that. Yeah, well, we'd love to know if it works out for you. That'd be great.
All right. Good luck with that.
And thanks for giving your question too, Jennifer. Appreciate that.
All right, Lena, my question. May I get a general for the next 3 months? You got it, Lena?
You may.
Oh, use my Adventure Tarot.
So just going to plug once again, but we recently started posting our daily card of the day that we normally just do in a static form on Facebook or Twitter, wherever, in an enhanced version that I normally have only done on Instagram, but I'm now putting that on our YouTube. It usually shows up in the morning early at some point. I may share it elsewhere. We're also likewise enhancing all of the oracles of the day that Banshee or I do. Mine were already enhanced. Enhanced just means I sort of give them a little bit of music and some, visuals going on there. But it is the message we write for each of these every day. They're now both on YouTube. They come out early in the morning usually.
I've got the
Thank you,
sun
Jackie.
reversed. Ooh.
I just figure as long as I'm making them, I might as well post them everywhere I can.
I've got the world upright. And I've got the 9 of Swords upright.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Shirley.
There you go.
I like this deck.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's kind of womanocentric more, but
I like the tones.
I like the
tones,
colors.
yes.
I like the tones. Very nice. The next, well, let's see what you got there. Yeah, I better wait. Oh.
Talk about a rock and a hard place. So I
Okay,
pulled
no,
the
this
ring.
makes sense.
Okay,
it's
I didn't
not
look at the other
romantic. It's not
I see.
romantic, I don't think. But we'll talk about that. Maybe it is.
Okay, so the ring and the whip.
So I'm going to take this 2 different ways, Lena, but I think I'm going to do them after Mr. O does his. I'm going to look at this in a business or in a general sense right now, and then later I want to take it into a little romantic one. And whatever resonates with you or what you think this might relate to in the next 3 months, okay? So I feel here when I look at these 3 cards that you really want to complete something. You're very anxious right now and worried about something reaching a conclusion or not. A successful conclusion, a goal attained, whatever the case may be. Something you want that you're finished with and you're done with, and it brings you joy to be done with it. But you're anxious about it. You're not sure you're going to achieve the success you want. I think you can put that to bed a little bit. I do believe there will be some progress. It may not be exactly in the form that you had hoped for, but I think that there is definitely some success coming. The sun, whether it's upright or reversed, sort of says that. So I think I'm going to add the Lenormand into this first thing that I'm doing here and say that you need to act, you just need to keep moving on things. You need to commit. You need to act quickly to commit to making sure you get the conclusion you really want.
Yes, the whip and the ring do really combine well to say that. As a general reading goes, I wasn't really sure. It's almost too general in a way. A lot of it feels like things are mostly going to be pretty much, general, except for the idea that maybe you end up being overly concerned about some things that maybe are not necessarily your problems, but they're problems that you have decided to kind of embrace a little bit. And these things may fill you with a little bit of despair. They may also slightly impair some of your function. Just slightly, I'm thinking. That's the sun reversed. But the world is upright overall. So it mostly sounds like your world is really functional and really moving in the way you want. That's your general reading. But there is a little bit of hidden despair or feeling like you're just not feeling that. And that's like almost everybody lately over here in the States. Just gonna have to say that everything seems to indicate we should all be feeling better, but most of us don't feel like we are. So it could represent the idea of a psychic thing that's going on, and it is swords. Swords represents a mental energy.
Well, it's really interesting your take there, and I like the fact that you left it very general. Hi, Shreya. We can add you, I think, still.
Mm-hmm.
What I want to say, I think I like that a lot. And the one thing that he brought up that I should have brought up a little bit more is that Nine of Swords. You're very anxious, and some of these fears are unfounded. As a matter of fact, the fears might be what is blocking you from completing this project. But I like what he said here, that things are better than they seem. And we all are dealing with a lot of fears and anxieties right now, but maybe things aren't as bad as we're making them out to be. Sometimes I think we're all just fearing the worst all the time, and it's blocking us from making the changes that could make things better because we feel like there's nothing we can do. But on a romantic level, let me just say you might be worried about something or some situation here, somebody that you are interested in, and whether you'll actually be able to reach a successful union with them, that things will work out for you. I feel like there's going to be some progress here, potentially, if this is on your mind. But again, it may not take the form you want. Like, let's say, for example, you were hoping, he's going to propose to me and we're going to get married. No. But there might be some more acknowledgement of love or a deepening of the relationship that will make you feel a lot happier and better about things. And again, make moves to commit yourself towards achieving the results you want in this relationship.
And that's what we have for you.
So we have for you. Good luck with that.
Alrighty. And Shreya has joined us. Hey, Shreya.
I know. I said that already.
I know you did.
Got you on the list. I said I think we could add Shreya, right? Yes.
I know you did.
Yes, I did. Okay.
All right, so it is Dr. Fisa, and Dr. Fisa asks, what to expect soon in the near future in love? All righty, well, let's see then. I guess I want to use my, let's see what it is. I'm not sure, wrapped up like this. I have a feeling it is the one I would use. It is. It's a gift from Violet. It's my Egyptian Nouveau, Renaissance Nouveau. I know I have the name out of order. I love this deck though. It's not necessarily a romance-oriented deck, but it is really kind of semi-romantic for sure. I see. What to expect soon in the near future.
Okay, Violet.
Is this your reading? 1, 2, 3?
I think I want to keep it a little more open on this one. Because it wants those coming towards in love, right?
No, he did not say that.
What to expect soon in the near future in love. Okay, you could do my reading if you feel inclined to.
I do.
All right.
Card 1, what to expect soon. So, it's the King of Wands, and this suggests somebody who is possibly coming towards you, or sort of has an energy out there. The energy is confident and brave and charismatic. It could be the beginning of a friendship that could lead somewhere else. It's definitely strong, and maybe the energy may be coming more from their part than from your part, but it could be a synthesis between you and them when you meet. Why is this? Oh, I'm sorry. Waiting for you then.
Well, for doing the one cards, yes, one card at a time. So I think the King of Wands could indicate maybe some fiery energy coming towards you. Somebody who is possibly a fire sign, but they are very big. This may be somebody actually in the business world, or who is well established on a career path, possibly. They have strong. They have strong creative drives. It's possible here too. I could be wrong about the business. That in fact, they may be in the business of creating art or some type of creative enterprises. Maybe it's even like sewing and things like that. Things that might be handwork and creativity, physical type of creativity. That's in my opinion. So it looks good.
If this is possibly you, then this is saying you are putting forth this energy into the world.
Okay, go ahead.
Well,
why is this important?
And it's not a horrible thing. Well, maybe. Actually, it's the moon reversed. I thought it was
It's
the
not
sun.
a horrible thing.
I thought it was the sun reversed.
Oh, well, that isn't even a horrible thing.
Right, I know.
I think that...
Happy birthday, Viddy.
Happy birthday, Viddy. Oh, no. Well,
Okay, we'll do that. That's fine. But we'll talk to you in a minute.
Yeah. Anyway, I lost my thought. Just a minute.
Why is it important the moon reversed?
Why is it important? Because I think this person, you are going to get to know this person well. And as a matter of fact, I think you're going to find that this person, you're going to find a lot in sync with this person. Your intuition is guiding you here that this person might be right for you. I do almost think it is a person coming towards you, and that this person is going to be, you're going to find them very interesting. You're going to get to know them really quickly. It seems like they're very open. No secrets with this one.
All right, so then where does this ultimately lead to? And it's the Hanged Man upright.
Oh, it is upright, yes.
Yes.
He's upside down.
So talk about a twist in the plot.
Well, I don't know that that's a twist in the plot. I could look at this two ways. One is that you're going to be hanging around with this person a lot. It seems like you're going to want to stick with this relationship. I'm really hopeful that something is going to be coming your way. And frankly, I usually don't give time frames, but I almost wonder if this is going to be by the end of the summer. That's what I'm wondering here.
How interesting.
So, and I think you're going to be hanging with this person, and that you will find this person very intriguing.
Well, I wouldn't use quite that vernacular to suggest that. So I'm trying to look at that, and where it leads to, I guess, is the idea is that you do become very akin to this person in the relationship. It may not be the till death do parts things, but it may say there is a lot you would give up for this person, or there is a lot you would do for this person out of love or admiration or whatever it is.
Well, that is about sacrifice, but also the Hanged Man is about philosophizing, thinking broadly. I really feel that you and this person will have a lot of stimulating discussions. I think it's not just going to be all romance. There's going to be something that's like almost a meeting of the minds here, maybe a little bit. Because when I see the Moon card and I see the Hanged Man, it's kind of leading me that way.
Well, let's see the Lenormand then. Brock! Oh wait, that's not a Brock sound. So the stork...
Gonna be building a nest together?
Whoa!
I don't know. But let me just say this, there is growth in this relationship. This is like a new beginning of growth. Something that has, if not long-term potential, definitely some growth potential here. This seems to be a deep relationship to me. It's got roots.
It does. I don't know how to say otherwise. I'm trying to get a special effect here.
Now, Dr. Faiza, I'm usually
Whoops.
not that direct about some of these readings,
I'm
but
sorry. I meant to do this.
I really do tend to feel that this is something that is indicating somebody coming towards you. So I'm putting my reputation on the line on that.
It does feel that way extremely. I still hold out the possibility that maybe it represents yourself going out towards that relationship, but more likely I think it's the other way around. This relationship's coming to you, and with those final Lenormand cards, I just sort of feel that this is an opportunity that you'll really grow into, so that even like I suggested myself that maybe it was a friendship that would grow towards more, I'm going to still lean that way. It's just somebody that you're so comfortable with that it was just really the next step in your relationship was that you would move that way.
Now, if you've just started a relationship, or if you are in a relationship by chance, then I do feel it has some serious growth potential here. So whatever the case may be, your situation, this is very positive. And I really think things are going to start moving ahead. And like I said, maybe by the end of the summer, certainly by the end of the year, but I really feel it sooner.
All right.
Good luck. Good luck with that.
And I noticed that Viddy joined us, and also Mysterious Queen has subscribed, or says they have.
That's nice.
So hey, thank you.
We'll add you, sure. I think we can still, yes.
Oh yeah, we're fine.
And we're on Kara.
Kara, what does Odin have for me?
What does Odin have for you?
That
sounds like his deck.
I do.
I'll let you do it.
Yeah, I knew you would, because you're so good to me.
No.
That's right, you're not.
I'm not.
Help! I'm blinking
I'm a
twice because I'm
a
prisoner. What does Odin have for you, indeed?
Not sure what deck I want to use next for maybe that one. No, not that one.
All right.
All right.
So this is once again the 1, 2, 3 reading. What does Odin have for you? Oh, it's a big challenge, but I think we told you this once already, right?
Oh gosh, you might have had it up right before. Well, what does Odin have for you? Odin wants you to clear your head and get straight on what you need to be accomplishing at this time. That doesn't say a lot. Odin thinks you're ready to have a breakthrough moment of some sort, but your mind has been too cloudy to see that. He wants you to really focus more on what you really envision. It's almost as if he's saying here, I hate to say it this way, I'm going to throw it back at you, Kara. He wants you to figure it out for yourself.
It could very well be that,
Sorry, but I think almost I see that.
There's a whole branch of other kinds of pagan folk who are sort of semi-secular pagans, and they don't think necessarily the gods interact with us necessarily. They're there, but they're just sort of, checking us out. And so that point would be that Odin says, hey, I did my own hanging on the tree for 9 days and 9 nights. It's up to you now to carry the torch forward for yourself. I'm not saying that's absolutely what the message is, but
no.
But it looks like this is saying there's some work you have to do for yourself, or don't expect it to be an easy answer or an easy process.
I think what he has for you right now is he wants you to gain more clarity about where you should be putting your energy right now and what you should be accomplishing. Why is that important?
It's the Page of Rods, the Page of Wands.
Because he wants you to get something started. He wants you to start getting something off the ground. He wants you to produce something that, you're really passionate, and he wants you to explore what you're passionate about and what motivates you, what gives you enthusiasm. And he wants you to share that enthusiasm with others.
And this thing that he wants is actually what the card is, a messenger. Odin maybe wants you to be one of his messengers that delivers this art, this message, this coherency to those you meet. It's not like they want to give you a microphone and have you stand up at Madison Square Garden, but they want your example to breathe life into that meme, that trope. Hi, Kim B.
We'll get Kim B on the list, and then I'm going to just keep an eye on things from there, Violet. We still got an hour, so we'll just see how we do.
Shreya, you are no problem. No troubles, no problems. You didn't see it? It's the red one.
I see it, but it's not a big deal.
All right, well, I'm just going to interact. All right, so ultimately, where does this lead to? And I'm thinking that this is probably the outcome if you don't follow the program, but it's the Ten of Wands, and that's a barrier. That's something that's stopping you or holding you back.
Really? The Ten of Wands? You know what? I think
it's not reversed.
Yeah, no, it's not. I think it's not holding you back so much as it's testing you. It's challenging you. And you're going to feel a little pressure and stress here in wanting to get this done. Maybe you feel like it's too much work and effort in the end, to do this. And maybe that's why you're struggling here, But Odin has high expectations, He, like Mr. O said, hung on that tree for 9 days. So he's like, if you've got to suffer a little bit for me, so be it. If you've got to suffer a little bit or feel challenged by doing the hard work of getting something off the ground, so be it. That's how we ultimately grow. Part of the journey is a struggle. Part of the journey will have bumps in the road. And so you can expect that going forward. But that doesn't mean it should stop or block you. Tens are completion cards after all. So I'm
there
gonna
is
go
that,
with that.
sure.
But I'm not discounting you. That's fine. Hey, look at this, though. I have something to say about this combo.
Oh, dear. And thank you for your compliment, Mysterious Queen.
I have something really interesting here for you, Kara. Don't deceive yourself. This is what I'm looking at here. Odin does not want you to be deceiving yourself into thinking you're not ready. You have to do more preparation. You have to do more study. You're not ready to put yourself out there with whatever this project is. You might need more classes or you might need more practice. Let's say if it was your art or something else. No, Odin says you're just making excuses now. You're living in denial here. You don't need the book. Throw it away.
I like that. I couldn't add anything to that. I think that, this is a process of knowing, and there are going to be some things coming at you that may be trick questions. You could consider them because you're the one doing this questioning about you and your goals. So sometimes maybe fate is going to say, well, what if, or what do you think about that, or whatever. It's sort of like that engagement you're asking for.
Mm-hmm. All right. Good luck with that. Interesting read. That Odin. He's always got something for you. All right, we are on Christabel now, I think, right?
I think we are.
My Cappy is going through some personal issues. How can I help more and support him? Okay. I've got a deck here.
You're welcome, Kara.
So I think we're going to do my reading for this one too, because I think it'll work. We'll just ask, what more can you do? Why is this important, and where will things lead? Let's take a look at that. And you can get the Lenormand going, of course.
Oh, why, thank you.
You're welcome. Oops.
I'm suddenly hungry.
What? I didn't give you enough pancakes?
Nope.
Oh.
You have failed me.
And now what are we going to do? Because we have to go visit. We're visiting our granddaughter.
We are?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we are.
I see.
I will check in with her.
You're welcome, Christabel.
You knew this.
Well, I thought she had declined our visit.
No.
Oh,
no.
okay. I guess I have a wrong answer there.
Yeah. All right.
All right, here we go.
All right. Wow, this is interesting. It's another Ace of Swords. We just had one with a different deck, and it is reversed as well. So what is the message here about this? It is a little bit confusing.
Personal issues. How can I help him and support him? And this is Cappy, who
How-
you've mentioned before, I believe.
How can you help him? So I don't know if this is a medical or if this is a, kind of a mental imbalance issue going on. But I feel here that there's more clarity that's needed. And also maybe the sense that you may need to seek a breakthrough here to help this person, whether it's a treatment option, whether it's therapy, whether it's just answering some healthcare questions. It's almost as if you might have to talk to somebody else and get more advice. But the thing is, I think too here is be very open and compassionate in your communications with Cappy, because with the Ace of Swords reversed, it could indicate that, things could be taken the wrong way. So I think it's really important in how you communicate your intent and your support for Cappy at this time. Just make sure that they understand you're their ally and that you're not trying to push them or, what's the word I'm trying to think of here? Manipulate them in any way.
I am sorry to hear some of these things. So yes, I agree. And I think, like with Kara's card with Odin's message, the Ace of Swords could represent sort of like somebody who ultimately may have to figure out some of these things on their own. They may have to achieve their momentum or their motivation on their own. And of course, that puts you in that difficult spot of trying to support your Cappy, but you're not necessarily able to do very much. So it's also a sense of what you have too, not being able, either of you are not able to really do what you would like to do in this situation or are able to.
Things have to become a whole lot clearer, and also trying to get Cappy to open up more about what it is they need, what their expectations might be, and how best you can help them. Because I feel there's a lack of clarity possibly on both ends here.
So why is this important?
It's the King of Pentacles upright. I could look at that two ways, but I think as far as it goes is, I think this is saying that, do you have something? Because I'm thinking.
Well, it's important because, as I mentioned in the first card, either of you or both of you could be not sure how to handle the situation or not realizing how much you have to handle the situation yourself. This is saying that's really the stakes of it.
Yeah, I kind of like this. I was kind of, the King of Pentacles is an interesting card. And again, it's about why is this important? Because we want Cappy to feel whole again. We want Cappy to feel grounded again if it's a mental issue. We want Cappy to feel, like they can that they can be a part of this world again. If that's an issue too, whether physically or mentally they're becoming detached. And because sometimes when we have physical ailments, we can't, when we're immobile, for example, we can't interact with the world in the same way. And I feel here too that achieving the clarity here will also allow you both to regain more control over the situation so that you can organize your life around things the way they need to be.
It is a lot about that idea of being able to assume mastery over your own self-control or self-determination. So where will this lead, ultimately?
Wow. Oh, my goodness. It's the moon. The moon reversed, which, again, what this is about is revelations. I think here that this process is going to take you to realize exactly what needs to be done. You know, both of you. I think that something's going to be revealed here about both of you or about Cappy that will, you know, encourage you that you can get this on the right path again. Maybe also, you know, I can't rule out the fact that somebody outside this situation could be also instrumental here in clearing things up for you.
Well, I was just going to say that if this really does border on anything that really needs professional help, then you got to be that advocate, or you both have to work together on that.
Yeah.
But and sometimes the moon does talk about psychology on a more basic level.
Go on. And
All right.
intuition. It's almost
Lenormand.
like you'll know what to do.
Lenormand, and it's the book, which is knowledge, finding out.
We had that in the last reading of my
I
deck.
think so. Yep. And the ship.
Okay.
The journey.
You can move forward this with more knowledge, more information, ferreting out what you need to know, clarifying things. This will move things forward. Obviously, movement happens when you can get to the heart of this matter. And so I know we're probably dancing around this a little bit, and you're wondering, well, what is
Where's
the
the
heart of
beef?
the matter? Where's the beef? I think this is saying it's out there, and it's between the two of you to work on this together as a team, to let, you know, Cappy know you are there, you are advocating for them, and that if you need someone else or you want to recommend somebody else needs to get involved in this situation, then, you know, try to get Cappy to agree to that, because I think knowledge is going to be gained here.
Well, that is certainly a twist there.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, wow, Christabel. Interesting. Well,
What do you need us for?
Yeah, what do you-
I was just about to say, and of course we are not professionals, so we can't give, you know, professional advice.
So, which is part of our
we're
mantra.
professional card readers.
You know,
in
we're
our own
professional
level.
card readers, and it can dig deep sometimes. I would have to say that why is he off balance? Does he just need more grounding? It's either that, or it's got to be something physical going on here, because, you know, sometimes our physical problems, as you know, as a psychologist, that, you know, are affected by our emotional state and vice versa. Some of the things that are going on emotionally may be happening because something's imbalanced in the body. And so...
Well, not only that, but you yourself talked about how environmental factors like the extreme heats or situations could be making some people have activity going on because of that. You know, too hot-blooded, whatever, too depressed because of no sunlight, whatever.
Right. You know, so I'm not getting a total bead. There's a lot of mental cards here, you know, and emotional, more than emotional even. And then there's that standout King of Pentacles there, which Pentacles, of course, being Earth, is about the body. And so I could see this going either way, that one is affecting the other. And, you know, we got to get to that's what you got to get to the bottom of here.
I hope we were helpful.
I wish you luck with that. You know, we could explore this further in another reading if you'd like to ask it in a different way or something more specific, and we'll try it again. Good luck with that.
Take care. Hi, Libra.
I will get you in, Libra.
We will get you in. And Treya or Jennifer is up. Okay.
Yep. All right.
I'm going to use my 007, or also known as the Witch's Tarot. It's a tie-in media product tie-in with the Roger Moore James Bond movie Live and Let Live, or Live and Let Die.
Live and let live.
Well, I've seen that title before,
I'd like
too.
that better. Live and let live. Don't live and let them die. No.
Well, that's the lyrics in the song.
I know. I know.
No, wait, it isn't.
Yes, it is. Live and let die.
Yeah, but I was talking about when you said live and let live.
Oh, okay, I see.
Okay.
Hey, you too, Christabel. Good luck with that situation.
Good luck.
Appreciate
And
it.
we'd like to see you again. Thank you.
Yeah. Jennifer asked, will I relocate in the month of July 2024 from doing the EFT twice a day? What is EFT?
Flight technician.
EFT.
All right, so is this just a regular 3 cards? Or
Will I relocate in the month of July from doing that? I wonder if we should do, because it's specific to the month of July, if we should do a yes, no.
All right. Let me just shuffle them again.
Oh, emotional freedom tapping. Okay. All right. All right, let's add Nor, and I think
We should close it.
we're going to close the list.
Nor, you are our last reading, so hang in there. There's 2 others that we were conscripted to, but you'll be the 3rd to the last, actually, then.
Yeah.
And I'm asking Jennifer's question as a yes or no question. We think that's probably the best answer. Will you relocate in the month? Here I go. It is leaning towards yes, Jennifer. So that's like a 2 out of 3 chance that it will happen. There is another card, though, which is considerable. It's the 9 of Swords, and a lot of times the 9
Is it upright?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
A lot of times the 9 of Swords talks about anxiety, so it could be saying you're going to have some anxiety about this, whether it's going to happen or not. That could maybe suppose the idea that maybe it doesn't look totally consistent or solid, but it is moving in that direction, perhaps.
Well, if this is about emotional freedom tapping that you're using and you're asking if that would help you, I think it might help alleviate those anxieties that we're talking about here. You've probably been very anxious and nervous about this. So it's leaning towards yes, so long as maybe this does work effectively for you. Because remember, we still have to go out there and do the work of finding a place you're going to relocate to. So a lot of that still falls on you. And if you're too emotionally wound up and wrapped up to get to the work of it, then that's a problem. So I think that it's helping to alleviate some of those anxieties so you can get the job done. But then again, that's going to be up to you, and that's why it's a maybe yes. But it's leaning towards yes. And look at this. What is that? You had a problem with this
It's the
before.
boat.
Yes.
So therefore it's a movement
And
thing.
look at this.
And, ooh, whip it.
It's the broom
good.
or the whip, and it's the boat. And again, this is almost July, Jennifer. So I think what it's saying here is you're really going to have to get a move on to accomplish this.
Yeah.
Any work you're doing to bolster, the process and put positive energy behind this process to move you is a good thing. Okay, it's absolutely a good thing. But you're going to have to do so. I think if you really start moving on this now, you can move, right? That's what the boat's about. The boat is about movement. The boat is about a voyage. The boat can be about a relocation or a change of residence in that regard. But it's up to you to get it together to do that.
When you're considering that maybe, there is some anxiety, maybe having just a lot of quick activity being really directed to have steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the whip, maybe, in a way, is saying like it will kind of help focus you away from that anxiety if you have a plan that you need to stick to. I'm not saying you have to break your neck over sticking to the plan, but just having a focus in that way towards your movement, towards the plan.
Good luck with that.
Good luck.
Keep us posted.
Absolutely.
And Shreya is up now, I believe.
Hey, Shreya. You're welcome. Appreciate that.
Yep. Hey, you're very welcome. That was your deck.
Yeah, we need this list closed. Shreya, I wanted to ask, I'm in a relationship, but I still don't feel the love with them. Talking about myself, I'm still confused regarding, should I just go ahead in relationship or just quit? Hey, I understand that. That's a good question. That is a really good question, of course.
I'm just trying to think how I want to do it. I think I'm going to do just three cards. Let's see. Take the tenor of that. Oops. Well, we've got the Knight of Cups reversed here. We got the Seven of Wands upright. Oh. We got the Wheel of Fortune upright. Gee, I thought I knew where I was going with this till I saw that. I have to think about this. What do you got, Mr. O? Okay.
The child and the woman.
Oh, man. Well, I'll tell you right now, I think, Shreya, this Knight of Cups is speaking your language here in that you really aren't feeling the love right now. Either you feel like you're not getting it back, or he loves you, but you're not feeling it at all. And this person loves you. And I feel here, too, with the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is really saying, you need to stand up for yourself here and how you feel. And I mean, and if you're not feeling the love, maybe it's time for you to profess that and admit it and possibly try your fate elsewhere. I'm wondering if that's why the Wheel of Fortune is here, is saying, it's risky, but luck is on your side here. I almost feel like whatever you decide, maybe luck is on your side. But the main issue here to me is doing what's right for you. A lot of people might want a piece of you. This person wants a piece of you, but is it right for you? If you're not feeling it, then, it's time to stand up for that. Or to try to see if you can't do something, insert yourself into this and make sure this person understands what your needs are. It's time to stand up for what your needs and and what you want out of the relationship or what you desire. What would make you feel more love for this person? And if you can't answer that question, if you don't think there's anything that this person can offer, then I think it's time to test the waters elsewhere.
It's tempting for me to look at the tarot cards and feel mostly the same way, but then I look at the Lenormand and I'm wondering if this is saying whatever happens in this relationship, you may want to think of moving slowly towards that situation, or not necessarily moving dramatically quick. So in other words, there sort of is like a semi-pause going on here, and maybe this is giving you time to really study all the facts and all the ramifications. I don't know what the depths of the relationship is, if there's any sort of engagement process going on. There could be, maybe, or a betrothal period going on. I look at the Knight of Cups and I feel pretty much what Banshee said, the idea that maybe you sort of feel you're not moving closer, you're moving either distant, or you're just moving in another direction, not, necessarily passionate.
Your hearts aren't meeting. They're not meeting equally.
Okay, that's a good way to look at that. And you said the second card was the Six of Wands?
Six of Wands, yeah.
Right. So another way for me to look at the Six of Wands is maybe this could be saying...
Wait, no. Did I say the 6?
You did earlier.
It's a 7, and I read it as if it was a 7. That's why I was saying stand your ground and stand up for what you...
right.
I'm sorry, it's the 7 of Wands, but that's what it is about.
Yeah, so that is the Seven of Wands. You're right. So I can't give too different of an opinion of that. I think this is saying really mostly, if you're standing your own ground, then you're also kind of trying to take your own inventory too, to say, am I strong enough for this? And so then, of course, that does take us to the Wheel of Fortune, saying maybe there is something else coming towards you. The idea of the Wheel of Fortune is also either expected or unexpected, but good luck or something moving you in a better cycle or trend.
Right, with the Wheel of Fortune here, it's saying now is the time of good fortune for whatever you decide to do here. But also, the Wheel of Fortune is about fate. And so, and destiny. And I think here, maybe it's in the upright position in combination with this card to say, you can take control of your destiny here if you want to and achieve the positive result you desire. So the thing is either to take a stand in this relationship and talk about your expectations or what might be lacking to this person, or deciding maybe this is a time to let it go. Now, that being said, I like what he said here about the Lenormand. I got to get some water though because I have a frog in my throat. The woman and the child is indicating to me that whatever you decide, going slow is the way to go. Maybe this relationship needs more time to take off if you're really interested in pursuing it. Or maybe this person wants to move fast, and that's part of the problem too, because you're not feeling the love yet. You need to slow it down. You need to slow it down, or you need to move slowly, maybe away from this situation, if that's what you really want to do. Throwing you a few options here because the cards, didn't give a clear direction, but clearly shows what you're going through. And that, you need to stand up and do what's right for you.
Agree.
Good luck with that.
Good luck, Shreya. And we're on Viddy. Hey, Viddy.
Hey, Viddy.
And happy birthday.
Yeah, Viddy, I wish you had told us in advance. We could have done the whole birthday.
That's the third time we're telling him that. You don't have to repeat that. Viddy was looking for a message birthday-wise, nothing specific, so we can do that.
Let's do my 3-card reading for that.
All right.
Okay. And it's your deck.
Yes. Very good. I'm going to use my Uncommon Tarot to hopefully give you a good and uncommon birthday wish.
This might give you just a little picture of what might be in store for you in your birthday year ahead. Just especially one key focus area. So we'll do it that way, kind of. You'll see.
Well, the question is, what are the energies coming to you this year associated with, your new birth age? So we're doing your reading for that, right?
That's what I said.
I know you did. I'm just clarifying. That's not a dirty thing. All right. So, I don't know how we think about this. It's the Ten of Cups reversed.
Wow. Well, okay. Yeah, this is very odd. But I feel here that there may be something in this year ahead where you have to disconnect from some situations in your life that no longer feel comfortable to you, whether it's family, home, career, whatever the case may be. It's time to make a disconnect. It's time to let something go because it just isn't comfortable for you anymore. It's not a fit for you anymore. You need to reach beyond whatever this is.
The disconnect could also be you moving a considerable distance so that you are not necessarily
It could be.
connected physically with people close by, whether they're family or friends or the family of your own choosing. This could be talking about, looking at something about you career-wise or otherwise too. And I know you've talked about, your interest with a career. So maybe, it's you saying you have to really face some facts about that. But this could be a number of things. And it's saying that for your birthday, you have to maybe examine the interplay of your emotional connectedness with between all the things you like and what really is practical, what really can be supported by yourself or by others who may be able to help you.
This may be a year when you work on more healthy relationships, whether
that.
they're love relationships or other types of relationships in your life, and trying to find a better way to connect with others.
So why is this important? And it's the upright Knight of Wands, which is a great card because in this context, it probably suggests you need to be a little bit more proactive and assertive and find your voice in a way, your sense of your power and your charisma and your personality, the way you can be charming or persuasive in your own manner. I'm not saying you have to go out and take a Dale Carnegie's How to Influence People course if you get that reference, but this is saying there is a way for you to be this kind of personality, to be a little bit more forward and to be somebody that maybe is moving towards an engagement with others in life.
That's the Knight, right? So
Yes.
and the Knight of Wands. So I think that, connecting with people on a deeper level and establishing healthy interactions and relationships will lead you. Why it's important is it will really lead you towards a goal of some sort. It could be career oriented, absolutely, This could be about networking more and getting yourself out there more to get the job or the career that you really desire. This could be also about more interpersonal relationships, bringing more healthy relationships that inspire and motivate you to move up in life, to be better in life, to succeed in life.
And everybody's saying happy birthday to Vidi, so that's wonderful.
I will say that when the reading's done. So,
right.
Where is it heading?
So where are we ultimately heading here? It's the Tower reversed.
What?
I know.
And your uncommon deck here.
I know.
Well, where are things heading is you still have a lot of learning to go through, Vidi, and it's only because you may be repeating cycles that aren't healthy for you. If you don't follow through and change up maybe the way you are relating to others or the people that you are surrounding yourself with, you might just be not building a solid enough foundation to move yourself forward. It just seems as though you might be doing the same old things in the same old way, and it might not be working out for you.
So another way that I'm thinking about this, Vidi, is that you don't want to necessarily repeat things to learn them again, but it may be that this is a lesson that you might have to have or have knowledge of or have a sense of going through that situation more than once to absorb what a true lesson may be there. I'm not really sure ultimately what that means. Maybe the Lenormand will give us an idea.
Oh, I doubt it.
Okay.
This is a very odd reading. It didn't come out as cut and dry as I would have liked.
So our old friend, the Anchor, or are they really our old friend, is back. And it's the Garden. Well, yes, indeed.
So again, I almost feel like this is saying you may find yourself. This is such a hard reading. You may find yourself, instead of widening your social circle, or even your whatever, your relationship circle, you're stuck. It's almost as if you're stuck and unable to break free from the people you are surrounding yourself with. This is just such a weird reading to me. I'm having a hard time with it.
It could be indicative of the idea that there's something maybe that wants you to repeat these things and doesn't make you acknowledge that you have to learn something here. There's an old adage about, people who keep doing the same thing but expecting different results. I'm not saying that's totally you, but the Anchor sort of suggests you're holding on to something, and the Garden card influences that. It may be saying that you feel, you have to stay where you're at in the sense of the public you have, rather than moving beyond that to some other situations that may actually be a better way for you to exercise those abilities we're talking about, to try to find, your emotional strengths in contrary situations even.
I'm just not sure I can't get rid of this frog in my throat. I probably need a cough drop.
Do you want me to get you one?
That's okay. I'll get there. I want to take this on a different spin a little bit here, because I feel bad about this reading. I found it to be a little bit confusing. One thing, the 10 of Cups is largely about relationships and family and feeling a part of something. But, I also look at tens, especially of the Cups, as being about things that we are passionate about as well, and tens being the conclusion. It's almost as if you can't achieve conclusion on something here that maybe means a lot to you. Like even our family and our friends and our lovers, they mean a lot to us. So maybe in a more generic sense for your birthday, this is talking about not being able to reach a goal or something that you really means a lot to you. And this Knight of Wands is saying to me, why is this important? Because you could be moving this forward right now. You could be doing a lot more to move this forward, according to what I'm seeing here with this Knight. This Knight says, where's your ambition? Where's your enthusiasm for this? You need to do it. Maybe your enthusiasm isn't there because ultimately you think you're going to get the same results again, that nothing is going to pan out. You have kind of a pessimistic attitude here. And that's why I think the Garden and the Anchor could indicate to me that you need to not give up on yourself, and you need to really put yourself out there more. Instead of getting stuck, instead of getting anchored into this pattern, because I really get this feeling here, don't you, that there is a connection between that anchor and that tower reversed.
Yeah, of course.
And so I'm looking at it that way now and thinking that this might be the better advice for you for the year ahead. Find a way to pull up that anchor on just doing the same old things that haven't been giving you results or feeling that way. Don't give up on yourself. Reach out. Reach out to others. Reach out to the world. Get out there in the world. Try to find your place. Try to make your mark in this year ahead. Don't fall into a pattern of self-doubt and a feeling that you can never move on.
I like it.
Happy birthday after all that.
Happy birthday.
Wish you the best. Good luck with that.
And I'm sorry, Ladybug Love, but we have closed the list and we're not going to be able to take you today. You can try coming back on Thursday. We're here 7 to 9. And we're less crowded, so you could probably get in. We're in our final 20 minutes or so, and we still have about 6 or 7 readings.
Yep, we're on Mysterious Queen, I think, right now. Am I right?
Yes. Hi, Mysterious Queen.
Will my person marry me this year?
Good
in
question.
This year. Okay. That sounds like a yes/no.
Yeah, I think
And
we could
if
do that.
it's if we get a no or a maybe no,
We'll
we'll
do the
try to
time?
use my timeline cards
All right.
with some caveats. The timeline cards are not set in stone, but it might give me an idea here of how to approach this. Okay. All right. Oh, is it my deck though? Whoops.
Well, I could do a deck again.
No, I will. I will.
Okay, I'm glad you can relate to it. From what we know, there is a lot of, high desires, to move forward in your chosen career. And I think some of that may be talking about that. But I think it also talks, Viddy, about the love or situations of emotional strength you receive from around you, and maybe how those are the kind of things that maybe are part of propelling you forward, is understanding where your emotional strengths are too. I know I'm a little rambly here. I'm
blah,
sorry.
blah, blah. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh yeah, it is definitely larger, Jackie. Maybe if you can catch a little nap. But thank you. I don't know if we're ever going to do a witching hour again. We did
have
that.
plans, and that's right, Violet. We've been talking things up, but we're still very unclear. We will be keeping you posted. And hey, why is this like that? There. All right. Oh, I'm doing a yes or no. Right.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay.
So, Mysterious Queen asked, will my person marry me this year?
Well, I thought I was definitely going to get a yes, but it's leaning towards no, but there's some real positive energy in these cards. So I'm going to tell you that in a minute. The card in the middle is the only ace you got, and aces just tell us if the reading is yes, no, leaning yes, leaning no. So with one ace, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Vessels, it's leaning towards no. But that being said, you have the Three of Cups upright on one side of that.
That looks like a wedding. Well,
And
bachelorette party.
That definitely looks like a celebration.
Oh, for sure.
And the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Stones upright. That sounds like family. So, very interesting. Could you put the Lenormand out so I can see what you have? The fox.
The foxy fox on the run. Birds. I'm a bluebird, I'm a bluebird, I'm a bluebird.
Well, that's interesting. I'm not sure how I want to take that yet, but I will say this. There's something to celebrate in this whole situation. So in other words, it looks like everything is going in the direction you desire. And I think your family is is the ultimate goal. I mean, to have, to start at least, when I say family, I'm just speaking of a partnership, a marriage, not necessarily throwing the kids in the equation right away, unless one or both of you both have kids, that's another matter. But it's showing stability, and it's showing financial security as well. It's showing setting down roots and families getting together. I think here this is very positive growth here, that this is very family and marriage oriented, what's going on here. It just looks as though things are really positive. I'll stop
I
there so you can
can't
get in
deny
there.
what Banshee says there. I would say that maybe you will at least know of an engagement or of where, you really sit by the end of this year, that you are, making these plans. The Three of Cups there is like either a bachelorette party or it's an engagement party or it's the idea
Or
of an
just
engagement.
celebrating.
It's celebrating, yeah.
Celebrating with friends or family, success, or hope for the future, whatever the case may be. It's just happy times, too. It could be happy times with your partner.
And of course, sometimes in the vernacular, the stones refer to the engagement ring. Oh, look at the size of the stone he got me. 10 stones? Hey, maybe you're going to really max out well with an engagement ring or something like that.
Well, let's talk about the birds and the fox here. All I want to say is, as a caveat, I hope there are not any outside influences, family or friends, peers, possibly interfering in this scenario. Sometimes the fox can be a sneaky, shady character here. Now, I'm not saying this person is cheating on you or anything like that. I don't think that's what I'm seeing here. But what I am seeing is things like gossip, or maybe people trying to, cause trouble from the outside, peer pressure, things like that. So I would watch for that. And the only thing about positive, if I took those cards in a positive light, I could say here is be very smart in the way you communicate with with your partner about what you want right now. I think that don't be pushy, be smart. Make sure they know, your intentions, your love, but not in any kind of pushy or we must have this now. I've got a clock that says I want this by the end of the year sort of thing.
Well, I almost wonder if maybe this is saying really, everybody's talking about what a fox they are.
Well, see, okay, I can't rule that out. Sometimes the fox talks about sexual attraction, okay? So there could be that. There could be
But
jealousy.
But beyond that, that could just be saying that really you would realize that there is something more to them. It's not necessarily a deception, but it's a persona behind the persona. You might realize that, they're also a philanthropist and that they donate, some of their money to charitable orgs, something. I don't know. I get the feeling you're going to find out something more about him, and it's probably a good thing.
Well, for better or worse, let me throw some timeline cards here and see what they're going to tell us. Okay.
Excuse me, I'm getting tired now.
Wow, that's really interesting to me. I don't see this, but let's look at this. The first one I pulled was 2 months. I don't see that with the cards here, but I'm not sure because there's a lot of positive energy here in these cards. So let me just say this. 2 months from now, there may be a shift. There may be a positive shift towards you believing that maybe at the very least there will be a proposal. Now this card, I don't know if this is going to resonate with you or not. It actually is saying, stop ruminating over the past. It's limiting your movement forward. No time can be determined right now. And I don't believe that either. That's why I don't like using these cards. They're sometimes off the mark to me, especially with the cards I've drawn. And sometimes they can be pretty dead on. But what I feel here is that maybe you should just stop ruminating about the timeline for now and just let things fall into place.
The birds could also be about messages or messaging, but Violet's right too. So it's part of that idea of communication.
The birds are about communication, networking, but also there's a dark side to the birds. The birds can be about chatter. The birds can be about gossip, unhealthy kind of communication.
So combining it with the fox could give us a little edge that way.
Both the birds and the fox are kind of neutral, good or bad cards, depending on the context. So the problem for me here in interpreting these one way or the other is they're both neutral. They're both neutral cards. And so I have to look at both meanings of the fox here, which could be smart, crafty thinking. It could also mean somebody who's sneaky or doing underhanded, behind the scenes stuff, like gossiping behind somebody's back. It could also be playing it smart, because what are the foxes? Foxes are crafty, and foxes are used in a sexy connotation as well.
The foxy fox on the run.
So, for example, if
Thank
I
you for my
got
cue.
if I got the fox with the snake, I'd be really concerned about some hanky-panky in this relationship. But in this case, I'm not certain that's what it is. I'm more inclined to believe it's outside chatter. Just to give you a little heads up on where I'm going with that.
Alrighty.
So good luck with that. And feel free to come and ask again.
Thanks for coming to our show. I hope you enjoyed that.
I won't rule out the end of the year. Let me just say that to you. But I have a feeling maybe you'll get closer by the end of the year. Maybe there'd be a proposal or an engagement. But I have a feeling it might carry over into the next year.
So Mysterious Queen says it does resonate a bit.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
All right, so Kimby is up, and Kimby...
So there is outside things that could be influencing this right now.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
It's possible they're not totally able to talk about everything from that, and that could represent the idea of things that they're, not revealing totally. Maybe you just need to...
No, I just think that the divorce may slow things down a little bit, but that doesn't mean that there's any less love in this relationship, because I see something happening here. I really do. I think there will be a cause to celebrate at some point. So I wish you luck with that. Good luck with that.
There are some people, and there tend to be men more often than women, who just want to keep getting married after a relationship. My own brother was married 3 times to a woman who was married 3 times. They were each other's third. And they never divorced. They just went on to other relationships. They're both gone now. They're both deceased.
Anyway, Mysterious Queen, we're on Kim, I think, right?
Right. And Kim, I saw the question, what's coming in the next 3 months?
3 months. Okay.
All right. So let me grab a deck.
Yeah. I was just thinking, I just used my deck. I just put it away.
I know you did.
Starting to
I'm gonna use
lose
one
it
I
here.
have not used yet. It's the Star Spinner Tarot. I like this deck. I just don't have it together. There we go.
So that's kind of a general on what's coming in the next 3 months.
All right. That's interesting feedback there.
So his mother could be an outside influence as well, but that's interesting.
Maybe she's the fox, the deceptive personality, or the gossip.
I do not know.
It didn't exactly feel that way.
I don't feel that way. I feel there's gossip. There might be some jealousy. Maybe this is stemming from the spouse that he is divorcing. So it could be.
Okay, I'm almost there, Kim. Hang on.
Wow.
What's coming in the next 3 months? It's the Seven of Wands upright. Kind of nice. It's the Nine of Cups upright. That's also known as the Wish card. And then it's the Queen of Cups, but she's reversed.
Okay, that might fit into the rest of this here, really.
So the Garden is always around lately. And the Cross. Alrighty.
Oh, man. Well, this is a general reading, so I'm going to be looking at this a little bit that way. However, I really feel like in the next 3 months, you're going to be a little bit torn here emotionally because something is pulling you towards achieving something you truly desire right now. Now, maybe that is in your social life, maybe that has to do with a relationship, or it could have to do with job or career matters or concerns. It could have to do with anything you're hoping to achieve. Maybe it's a new home. Maybe it's, it's something that you want and you're passionate about, and you put in some work to make happen. And as a matter of fact, that's you here struggling to try to keep everything together. I mean, this is a positive card indicating that you do have the upper hand on this. Opportunity might be good right now to pursue whatever it is you are hoping to achieve here. The only problem with that is that it might be affecting you a little bit emotionally. You feel stressed and torn because it may be causing you some grief in your social life. It may be causing you to pull away from friends or family. It may be causing you to spend more time working on this goal or project, or maybe even a relationship. You know how sometimes when we get involved with people, we shut ourselves off from the people around us who maybe are wondering, hey, where did Kim go? For example. And so it might be causing you a little bit of stress or disappointment. But that being said, this is the Lenormand, and I have to point something else out to you on a more general level here, Kim. It's possible here you might be attending a funeral in the next 3 months. So I don't know if there's any elderly person in your family. This could even be coming from your friends or social circles. Somebody loses a parent or a grandparent or something like that. And so you might be attending a funeral. I have to say that because actually when you see the cross and you see the garden, what immediately comes to mind is a cemetery.
A graveyard.
Yeah.
You're very welcome, Mysterious Queen. I hope we see you again.
Take care. Thank you so much.
Take care and good luck. Yes.
And thanks for subscribing.
So, Kim, I sort of see things about the same as Banshee with maybe a small difference here. I do feel like in the next 3 months, you're basically standing up and holding on for the potential of something you really desire happening. You probably are aware of this and feel like it's just a matter of just hanging on there for this thing to happen. And you are working for it too. But I almost wonder if maybe the Queen of Cups says you're not going to feel quite as happy about it once you have achieved that. That maybe it's semi-bittersweet or it's not exactly what you thought it would mean to you. At any rate, there is some sort of conflict of how you really feel about it, perhaps afterwards, or even going along with it. Like maybe you wonder, like, is it worth this extra work and this, sort of putting myself into this focus, Those are normal things for most of us. Now, with Banshee, that was almost a revelation, but I can easily see that. She is much more the Queen of Lenormand. And I do feel that that is a possibility.
But the social thing could be, too, that just the fact that working on all of this is pulling you away from people, which could be affecting your mood.
Okay.
I have another thought, Kim. Now, I don't know your total situation here, but if you are working on putting together a major gathering or event, like a family reunion, or you're going to such a thing, or you're involved, or, for example, a wedding or something like that, this could also be about that. These cards really are interesting to me in that regard because it shows you trying to keep everything together and trying to be above all the craziness of putting on a big event, and this is what you truly desire, this is your wish, this is your passion, but it's very stressful. And ultimately, this is causing you a lot of grief, because really, this is grief connected with a social space or gathering, too. So I could see that as well. I'm just throwing a lot of odd ideas out there because it is a general reading for the next 3 months. And these cards do have some double things going on here.
So hopefully that gives you some ideas that you can apply to where
Yes.
you
I
see
hope
things
so.
going on in your life.
I truly hope so.
All right,
Good
so
luck
now
with
we
that.
are on Libra.
The Lenormand are an interesting deck, and they are gypsy fortune telling, so there is this element of death and birth and marriage and divorce and life things that come up in the Lenormand. So if I see something that I think is really important to know, I have to say it, like a funeral, etc. I personally feel that you'll be affected if it is a funeral by it, but it may not be somebody super close to you. But it will affect you in some way, if that's the case. Hey, good luck. And Libra wants what is it
Will
again?
my hubby find another job soon?
Ah. Is that how you
You might
wanna-
want to do a yes or no. You're welcome.
I think you might want to do a yes or no. Hey, good luck, Kim.
Good luck.
What? Go on.
Oh, it's yours first?
I did the Lenormand.
No, I did. Yeah,
He's-
you did, because I did the Star Spitter.
He's
It was your
right.
deck.
This is so weird now. I feel funny. I'm going to keep these cards aside for some
Okay,
reason.
maybe we should just read with these. I don't know.
Keep yours too. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but let's not throw out the baby with the bathwater or whatever. Okay, Libra, we're going to do a yes-no with my cards. And then we're going to see what the Lenormand has to say about all this.
And
Everything happens for a reason, even when we're doddering, forgetful old people. I'll be curious to see what you have. Wouldn't it be funny if we had some of the same cards? I don't want to see them yet.
Well,
I don't want to see them yet. Don't tell me anything.
I don't think both of them have shown up.
All right.
One may be a repeat.
This is that weird sideways deck, so I don't know how it's going to work in there, but we'll try.
Not well.
No. I know.
Okay, so count 'em.
It's leaning towards yes, Libra. It's not a definite yes, but it's leaning towards yes. We have the Ace of Cups upright. And then on the other side, we had the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Now, the Lovers here is the card in the middle, and that was reversed. So,
My Lenormand first.
yes.
All right. So I got the moon, Lenormand's moon,
Oh, you're gonna
and Lenormand's lilies. And I definitely got this flashes something from that.
Well, it's funny because we're going to put my first card where yours is.
And it's the flower?
It's the sun.
Oh, it's the sun. So the sun and the moon. Awesome. Let's put that there.
And you have the lilies, but
You have the cross. All right, so we got a gaggle of cards here. What's it mean?
yeah, it's an interesting read for sure. I think the lovers here is he needs to be, he needs to not settle. I know that he's probably going to need a job, but he ought to be careful of the choices he makes, in the jobs that he takes. I think it's possible he could find a job, but is it the right fit for him? Ultimately, that might be the problem with the lovers reversed. What do you think?
Right, I sort of feel like he may have a decision to make here, and it's one that maybe is a considerable one, but I'm getting a sense from the lilies and the Lenormand that if he's not a tradesperson, maybe he wants to take up some sort of training or study in something that would give him more opportunities, like a trade of some sort.
So, and the reason I said don't settle and be careful of the choices that you make is that I really feel here with his Lenormand, it's saying because really the strategy should be long term. Whatever job this person,
Right.
Your husband, your hubby picks, he's got to look at his long term success and security here now.
Mhm.
I think that the time of moving around, might be over. Now, I know sometimes we have no choice and companies drop us like a hot tomato or potato. I get it. But he's got to try to find something that will be stable, secure now because he's got to think of his long-term financial security. He can do it. And I really feel here that success can be achieved, but, it might be a little stressful getting there. There's some grief associated with this, and I'm wondering here if this job is going to take a lot out of him, that the job may be very difficult, stressful, and but success can happen. It's just that it's not going to be easy.
You mentioned it before, so I remember that. So maybe there's a different kind. I know there are different kinds of driving jobs. Some of them do need training or sort of a work thing. And that's what I was sensing here with the lilies, like maybe something program that can gear him up for another kind of job or maybe within a similar field. But I don't know if those things are really possible. They're just thoughts I got from the Lenormand.
Just be careful. Just tell him to, he needs to be a little bit choosy. He needs
Yeah.
to make sure he's making informed and wise choices here because even if it is just, a limousine driver, I'm sure some companies might be better to work for than others, number one. And number two, they may pay better than others or they may have different, less stressful conditions than others. I don't know. Is this like, for example, pointing to the idea that he could be pressured to have to work, they're just going to give him a call at the drop of the hat and say, you need to be here now, you need
On
to
call.
do this now, be on
Right.
call 24/7, causing more stress and anxiety than is really worth it. So, that's what we have to consider here, but I think it's possible. So I wish you luck with that. Go on.
We are, but we've taken our last reading, Divine,
Yeah.
and we have to wind down here now. So we appreciate the love and hugs, though.
Thank you, Divine. Hopefully we can catch you next time.
No, that's fine. And you know what? It does feel, Libra, like it's going to happen because it's 2 out of 3. So hang in there. And if there's a decision process, that's probably linked to that. The idea that maybe all of a sudden he might have to make a choice of one or more companies or places to work at. And so he needs to really review that carefully.
Wish him luck.
Love and hugs. Good luck to your hubby.
And Nora is up, and Nora asked, may she know what are Iman's feelings for me?
All right. And so we're back to my deck. And I want to use...
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but I felt we should read them both. And isn't
No,
it
that's
interesting?
fine.
We had the sun and the moon. That's
I
pretty,
know, that's wild.
I know.
That's actually pretty wild. Okay, so this may be one of my last readings. I don't know, so I'm going to use a deck I have not used yet. And it's the Nefertiti Egyptian...
No, because we have Victoria and Violet after Nora, I think. So.
Well, we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll end up using another deck over again.
All right. Yes, maybe you will.
But I almost calculated exactly right. And I'm starting to get hungry. What are we going to do?
Really don't want to mess this up with our granddaughter.
I
So
know,
I
I
don't
have an idea.
You know, there's things you can gnash on here if you need to.
Okay, we'll talk.
Yeah, we will.
Maybe you'll answer a direct question exactly as it should be.
I think I did by saying maybe there are things you can gnash on here.
That's not the question I'm asking. How rude of you to presume you knew my question.
Well, how rude of you to say I could answer it when I don't even know the question then.
All right, the first card for Nor is the Tower, which is upright. The second card is the reversed Five of Cups. And my candle looks down for some reason. That's what happened. And then the final card is the upright Chariot. So it's a little back and forth, a little different here and there.
No, I think it's really good. I think it's really good. You know, the Tower gets a lot of bad play, and Victoria, for example, likes the Tower. So
This is for Nor, I thought.
I understand that.
Okay, just want to make sure.
And it's about Iman's feelings towards Nor.
Okay.
And so I feel here, I don't know what's been going on between the two of you. If you've been in a relationship and there's been problems, or if this is new and you're really just trying to feel it out and what they're feeling for you. I feel that Iman may have come from a broken relationship of some sort or some difficult situation recently that they have learned some valuable lessons from. They're ready to move on now. They're ready to move on and invite new things into their life, new relationships. Or, for example, if you guys have been struggling together, a second chance. Give something a second chance. It's kind of what I feel here. That something happened that led to a breakthrough moment where Iman realized that they had to make changes in their life, that they now know what's important to them, and they're ready to move forward with more determination now. That's the Chariot here. So I really think they're ready to move in a positive direction. If you're looking as to what their feelings are for you, I think, number one, is you've been having problems, they're willing to give you a second chance. Or number two, they're willing to explore possibly starting a relationship with you.
I pretty much agree with Banshee. I think that the Tower over there maybe, to me, suggests, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I get the feeling like maybe there has been some sense of a relationship, but maybe there's been some things that have moved it in different directions or have caused pauses. A part of that was maybe really understanding what your relationship will or could be founded on, and whether or not you really have the strength to work on things together as equals of some sort, you know, to realize that there are mistakes you can learn from, either from the beginning of your relationship. But having said that, I do agree with Banshee for the most part that this represents the idea of really coming back on some sense, maybe for him if he's was in another relationship that he didn't like. But I think it's saying he cares for you. He cares for you. And I think that Chariot as the final card is really talking about his courage to realize that if he did make mistakes, whether it was from previous relationships or with you earlier, he's ready to try to correct all that. Everyone laughs at Mr. O. And so in the Lenormand, we have the book. And we have the letter. So that's kind of interesting because they're both paper in a way and sort of about writing.
Well, see. Thanks for that context, Nor. I feel here,
I got it.
with that context, I would say this. I can't rule out the fact that he could consider possibly opening the door to moving forward with new relationships now, but I wonder if he's learned something from what's happened here and he's willing to give it a second chance. I think it's possible. And when I look at the cards here, this invitation or this letter, and I almost think like maybe you're going to find out one way or another. Or maybe even you should initiate that yourself and find out, because the book is here. Find out what his true feelings are right now so you are not left hanging. I think here, another thing I could say is there could be an invitation for you both to explore your relationship with one another and go a little deeper. So there could be a second chance here.
I think Iman has motivations one way or the other to be better in whatever relationship he can be in. But I do get the feeling like it maybe does need a little nudge from you. I like what Banshee said. If you truly think that maybe Iman considers you respectfully as a friend as you consider him, Nor, then I think maybe you would be okay with trying to make an invite to either discuss this or to begin your process all over again, to begin maybe at a square one and see if you can discover what fate has for you as friends or as more.
Yeah, that tower could indicate this little spat you had. Usually the conflict maybe on his end felt a bit jarring. Maybe it felt like it was out of the blue a little bit. That's not to say that he should have known better. He just was taken by surprise, maybe. But it does look like he may be taking something positive away from this. But where that's leading him is a little bit unclear, because the Five of Cups indicates, when it's reversed, moving on now from a situation that was disappointing, but it can mean a return to love, or it can mean opening the door to new love. So that's why I feel something is happening here, and hopefully it's towards you. And I think if you need that clarification, to just say, hey, do you think there's any chance for us, exploring a more romantic relationship again in the future, or not? I don't see any negative bells and whistles here to say that he's bad for you right now. I don't see that.
Agreed.
Yeah. So I wish you luck with that.
Good luck, Nora. Maybe we'll see you again. You can ask us more. And that means that we are now in Victoria.
Yes.
A general reading for the next 3 months.
All right. And it's my deck.
And I want to remind everybody, Banshee had a stellar show this morning. We had so much fun. It was so much fun. Even would be worthwhile to watch just us hanging out in the chat room. But Banshee's readings are always so good for everybody, telling you what you need to know for your material matters for the week. So check it out. It's on our YouTube channel.
Thanks to all those who have watched already. I had a lot of fun in the chat this morning.
Yeah, it's taken off. It's getting a number of views. It's getting the little sparklies from YouTube. Overall, we know that our channel has amassed over, it's not quite 5 years, about 75,000 views. So we're really
Mr.
proud of
O
that.
is looking at
The analytics.
Analytics today.
Our largest reading or view was probably one of the Brexit ones we did. It was in the hundreds. There's actually one larger, but we think those people...
That's a long time ago.
Those people misunderstood the reading. That's why we had over 500 show up for one of Banshee's Material Matters.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, that was my cards you almost spent there, or did. The Knight
No, I
of
didn't.
Swords
You're
reversed.
dreaming. You are dreaming. Knight of Swords reversed.
The Star upright.
The Star upright.
The Queen of Pentacles upright. Victoria.
The Queen of Pentacles upright.
Well, go ahead.
It's a woman. And a Sith.
Oh,
So it looks like Pharaoh girl with scythe summer. I know you're not here probably, but when you hear this show, you'll
oh boy, Victoria, you're going to find this very interesting. This is a general reading. I do feel here your knight in shining armor may not be coming. The Knight of Swords reversed here. But actually, I think what it's saying here is that, don't act before you think. Okay? There's maybe some things that will really be exciting to you happening in the next 3 months, but don't jump on board of things before you really think them through. Okay? I think here the star is saying, hey, your star is shining bright. You might be seen by people. You might be, making more contacts and connections out there in the paranormal world. For example, I know you'll be going to that paranormal conference in this time frame. So I think this is all positive for you. You're going to get some exposure. You're going to feel very optimistic. And I think with the Queen of Pentacles here, it seems to me you're going to be getting a better sense of control over your financial situation right now. Seems like you're going to be on top of things in these next 3 months. Everything is coming together more, and you're going to feel like actually maybe more for once is coming in than going out, so that maybe you can actually put some money aside. I'll stop now before I do the Lenormand. I have some really interesting to say there.
I think there's a really productive and creative period. That's the Queen of Pentacles to me. It may actually parlay into your financial areas, but I think it's more going to be about the work you can do creatively or otherwise, what you're able to do. Some of that could be networking, I don't know, but the Knight of Swords, I think, reversed maybe talks about you having a possible impulsive nature in these next few months, because maybe you just can't wait to get it going. So you may be like really trying to nudge things. You want to arrive at Paracon 2 weeks early. I don't know what it is. But I think, maybe the impulsiveness could be about what the star is talking about too, that you're impulsively believing that this is a big omen, and it could be, but maybe you need to wait until you actually see more results, which could be that Queen of Pentacles. Lenormand?
Hold on.
Of course.
Whoops. Of course, now it's going to be 420.
420?
I was writing this at 419, okay? All right. The Lenormand. Let's talk about that Lenormand, Victoria. I know you're not traveling alone on this trip. Now
You might be coming back alone, though.
I'm not. You might
Don't
be.
leave that body here in Michigan.
I don't know if it's those individuals or that person. There's somebody in your life that I feel you're going to cut out of your life, or that you're going to have some harsh words with. And so I hope the drive is good. It's a long drive, for goodness sakes, and that you get along with the people you're going with. This could be something else completely, entirely. Perhaps it's something to do with your job or work. I don't know. But, you're going to have some harsh words, or they're going to have harsh words for you. And this is somebody that maybe you're going to be thinking about, I'm done with this.
Yes, I don't know if this is exactly connected to
No.
the Paracon stuff. I don't feel
that
is.
it's connected with those other cards even.
Right, even at all. But it may be as a result of, the overall stuff going on in 3 months. You'll have interactions with people. And we know from talking to you that, some of your circle, you don't always feel like you know,
Eye to eye with.
eye to eye with, or that they have your back.
Right.
Anything can happen. You never know.
Hey, good luck with that. But that's what I see. I see a little mixed bag here, and that's okay. Everything looks, pretty darn good except that Knight of Swords. Like I said, don't act before you think. Think things through. It's very important during this 3-month time period that you do that. And that includes those harsh words with another person. If they do it to you, be careful how you respond. Take care first. All right. That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
And that means that we're on Violet Lotus.
All right, Violet, what you got for us? Oh, there it is. What does my cosmic guardian angel say about my plan to start taking small steps towards moving forward by gradually increasing my social media presence posts? Yeah, I get it. I think he does too, okay? Especially from the last reading we did.
So I'm going to use the only deck that I have not used, and since it is sort of a cosmic-y kind of reading, it's the Ghost Tarot, a reading with a spirit sense
Well, it's
of
about
heart.
guardian angels, so they are in the spirit realm.
Some of these ghosts look like angels here, so there.
All right. Are we going to do my reading for that one?
Yeah, I think we could do that. That might be nice.
Yeah.
Do you want to shuffle too?
No.
Okay.
No, you just go ahead. I'm focusing on this.
One last one. What does my
Wow.
cosmic guardian angel say about my plan to start taking small steps towards moving forward by gradually increasing my social media presence and posts?
Is that reversed?
It is.
Okay, go on.
That was mean.
I just asked if it was reversed.
It was still mean. So it's the Three of Wands reversed.
All right. Well, I think, okay, that's fine. Your guardian angel is saying that it's not that it's necessarily a bad strategy, but it is something that you need to put some thought into how you're going to pursue this. I think your guardian angel wants you to come up with a plan, even if you're just still unsure about it. Okay, maybe you want to do once a week card of the day, for example, or maybe you want to mix it up a little bit. How about doing, to keep your presence out there and active, how about doing a card of the day one day and maybe just your soothing, meditative inner peace music another day? So I think they want you to come up with a plan that can feel right to you right now, because you don't want to start feeling bad about it all over again and feel like it's failing before it even gets off the ground.
Well, to me, the Spirit is saying, your cosmic guardian angel is saying that the Three of Wands reverse suggests you should not miss opportunities, or you should be looking for opportunities you might miss. They could be saying there's some opportunities coming and you got to pay attention or you might miss them. And these could be things that are different or different way of doing what you're doing.
All right, why is this important?
Sorry. And it's the Six of Cups reversed.
Ah, why is this important? Because, there may be things that still are, well, this is the past, but I don't think it relates to that far past. It's saying here that you don't want some of the things that have been weighing you down in recent times that pulled you out of, what you were doing to come back and haunt you. Okay? You don't want to have to keep, and if you are in that state, then it is definitely a good idea, your guardian angel says, to take it slow and plot this out carefully, because you don't want that kind of stuff to rear up again. And also, just realize now, too, that you haven't been out of it for that long, but the terrain of social media and the immediacy that everything has. So time does go by differently in social media. So you may have lost some footing here. And so you do have some ground to catch up with. And to think that you can just go right back in and everything will be as it was may not necessarily be the case. So your guardian angel does not want you to get discouraged by that.
Well, I think that card says to me it's important that you, why it's important is that you should not necessarily do what you've done before that didn't work or wasn't as pleasing to you. That repeating certain things from the past that maybe you thought worked then won't necessarily work now either.
I can't rule that out either. So where are things heading?
I know. And it's the reversed Queen of Wands.
Well, where are things heading is you're treading maybe too overcautiously. Your guardian angel wants you to consider that you don't have to be that cautious. You shouldn't feel less than who you were just because you took this break. That's not the goal here, and so try to look at this as, this is a time for you to come out, not a time for you to kind of hide behind the veil. So come out at your comfort level. Again, I think that's what it's saying. It's probably, I really almost think from these cards here, it is saying taking it slow is a good idea, but take it in a deliberately strategic direction, however you decide to do this. And don't let things haunt you. Don't let things make you feel any less than what you were, and the fact that you might have lost a little bit of ground in the process, and let it stop you from, trying to get back out there and back into the swing of things, even in a small level.
I kind of agree with what you said there, Violet, and I feel that the Queen of Wands reversed is where this leads to is you don't necessarily have to pretend you're more than what you want to be or what others may feel you are.
Yeah.
You can be exactly what you want to be.
That's right. And so with that in mind, let's look at this Lenormand here. Look what's come up again. A lot of...
My baby wrote me a letter. Aw.
You need to reestablish your roots. Okay? What is this? These are your cards of the day right here. Or this is the messages that you're sending out to social media right here. And that's the tree. That's growth. That's progress. That is, taking the long route, right? The long, strong, steady, stable route to reestablish yourself.
How long does certain trees take to grow? It could be hundreds of years and it's going to keep on growing. Some trees get really big in a short time. We were lucky that way. But at any rate, it's not the same as our potential growth. It's something different. It's something that's more rooted and consistent, and that's what this is for you.
Right, it is back to your roots, but also, when you think about it here, this might also be saying your guardian angel doesn't want you to not do this, because there is growth here for you by getting back out there and submitting your messages. And not only that, your messages help other people grow. We don't always get, as I well know, I'm always grateful when I see feedback, but I recognize that some people may look at those messages and maybe even later say to themselves, wow, that really fit what happened to me, but I'll never know or hear about it. We never know truly how many people we are touching in this world when we put them out there. He talked about all the views we get in YouTube, but over time. But how many of those people did we actually touch? Okay? We'll never know for sure.
Well, we're on this side of the camera, so we didn't touch any of them.
Hey,
I'm
that's
reaching
energy
for you, but I
touching.
can't feel you.
Anyway, wow. Interesting reading, Violet, for you there. Good luck with that. I like it. Well, we got a granddaughter to tend to. We're going to be checking on her. And I want to thank everybody for some great questions today. And hope you got something out of the readings we provided for you. And hope to see you again. We enjoy this so much, spending time with you every week. I want to say take care. Have a great week ahead. And we'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.